Hey guys, Perla here again. So, um, especially those that follow me like on Facebook and Instagram, and those that know me for many, 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 many years know that I have very thick, curly hair, very long hair, used to for a very, very long time. I started going short a few years ago, and I absolutely love short hair. One of the reason why I hate, sorry guys, if you're Dominican or you're Spanish, whatever, but like I'm saying Dominican because I'm Dominican, so that's what I grew up on. Saturdays, I hated as a teenager. I hated it. I hated getting rollers on, and my mom is a hairdresser. So you have to understand the little scenario here. Spending the entire day in rollers, helping my mom at the beauty salon, and then spending 3 to 4 hours under a hair dryer to then spend another hour and a half to 2 hours blow drying my hair. To me, it was like the most wasted time of my life. Like I just could not understand why I couldn't just wear my hair the way it was. But it's a cultural thing. It was something that was very pushed back then as far as like, straight hair, straight hair, straight hair has always been thought to be like, pretty and this and that. But long story short, I started cutting my hair little by little, and I've discovered that I love short hair. Now, when I have short hair, I wear it in either way. It's curly, straight, however the hell I want to wear it. But when was it? Prior to, so it's gonna be almost a year, not since I shaved. I think I started shaving probably like I don't even know, 6 months. I think it was during the summer. So it might be longer. Wow, I don't even know. The whole point was that one day I was sitting there in the tub, like literally like sitting with hot water hitting on my head, and I just thought to myself like, because you have to understand, I had cut my hair and then I had shaved, like I had cut it really, really low to let it grow out. Because I was determined to let my hair grow because I had not had long hair in a long time. So my hair at this point was probably about my shoulder or a little longer curly. So it must have been longer straight. I really don't know because I never really straightened it out prior to shaving it. And I'm sitting there in my tub and I'm just crying and crying and crying because I'm in so much pain. And the pain in the back of my head was just driving me crazy. And I finally got out of the shower and I was like, you know what? It is what it is. At this point, my hair was getting to the point where it was getting really damaged from the hot water. Like the steaming hot water was literally destroying my hair. Now you have to understand, it wasn't by choice that I was doing it. It was something that I had to do in order to get relief from the pain. So at this point, I remember I was taking a shower in the morning before work. I was taking a shower after work, and then I was taking a shower or two, like between like after work and like before bed and all of that stuff. And sometimes I would get up at like at 2 or 3 in the morning to take another hot shower from the pain. So I was disappointed on how my hair was looking at the moment because I had worked really, really, really hard to get my hair long and healthy and curly. And everybody was always commenting, "Oh my God, your hair is so gorgeous." This and that. And I was putting no store-bought products. Well, except for like shampoo, like sulfate-free and all this other stuff. I was doing cold washes. I was doing my own hair gel. I was doing all these things. And my hair was like at a point that I really loved how it looked, curly. And I'm sitting there one day and I'm like, my curls are going, my hair is like extra dry, and it was starting to thin out a lot. And that's something that, whoa, we don't do that. Like, not my hair. My hair doesn't thin out. I'm Perla. Hello. It's like, people are like, oh, you always cut your hair because it goes back. Yeah, hello. And I got really, really frustrated. I'm not going to lie. I was standing in front of the mirror and I'm like, you know what? F this. If my hair is going to start thinning out and falling off because of either the damage that I'm doing to it with the hot water or because of whatever the heck is going on in my body, it's going to be a choice. I took a razor and I literally, I didn't go forward like how you see in the movies and stuff. I literally started from like the base right here. I just started in the back and I just started going back and back. And I remember tears coming down and I just started, and I just kept on shaving. And then I kept it like that like my natural color, and then I was, F this, I'm gonna go blonde. And then I was like, F, I'm gonna go this color, I'm gonna go that color. And I'm like, I've always experimented with colors, so it's like now I have no holdbacks because there's really not a lot of hair. And in a week and a half or two, the hair that is there is going to be shaved off anyways. So I shave my hair. In order to keep it really, really low, I have to shave about every week and a half. 2 weeks. At 3 weeks, it starts to look a hot mess because it gets really, it gets longer. Some weeks I'm lazier than others, and I just kind of like, it feels like, I ain't going nowhere. Let that thing grow. But I am not at the point where my pain is manageable, so I'm keeping my hair short. Not everybody likes it. A lot of people make comments. A lot of people did this and that. You know what? If you don't like it, you don't have to look at it, sweetie. You don't like me, you don't have to look at me. I've gotten to the point that it's no longer about what other people think or what other people have to say. It's about what I need to do for me. At the moment, I don't have the time to deal with battling my hair because of the hot water or because of this or because of that. I have a lot of other things that are more important, like my kids and everything else that I'm trying to do with my life. So it was kind of like a 50-50. I've always wanted to shave all of my hair off just for something that I always wanted to do, but I didn't want to do it in the, how can I put it, in the way that I did it. I didn't want to have to do it because I felt like not because I felt, because it's because I felt I had to, because my hair was just not healthy. And I'm always a big believer that if something is damaged or something is not healthy or something is just not working, then why keep it around? Why keep it around? So I shaved it off. So now, I'm getting into hats now with the cold. Well, see, in the summer, I'll start with my little headbands and this and that and just kind of like, woo, let's embrace it. I'm not one of those that feels that hair defines me. Hair does not define me. Hair is hair. I know that it's probably easier for me to say because I've had the privilege of having long hair and allowing my hair to grow, and I've had strong hair and I've been able to do a lot of things with my hair. But to be honest with you, hair is just hair. And I don't personally identify with it. As far as like, if my hair does this or if I were to wake up one morning and be completely bald and my hair is not growing, it is going to bother me. It is going to hurt me because it is a part of who you are, as is, your skin and your eyes and your hands and your feet and everything else is a part of who you are. So if you lose a part of yourself completely where you have no control over it, you do grieve that part to a certain extent. But I do not allow my hair to identify me. I've always joked around, like, when I walk into a store and females, sometimes they would see me. And I started cutting my hair way before it became a thing. As far as like when I first started cutting really, really short and shaving sides and shaving this and shaving that, I started doing it before it was a trend, I should say. And I would walk into stores and you would see girls like touching their hair, like, and like looking at me like, oh my God, what did she do to her hair? And I would just like stand there and just laugh and be like, sweetie, like, me having short hair doesn't mean anything like towards anybody else. Like it wasn't about making a statement. It was about finding out what I liked and what I wanted for myself, and what made me feel beautiful, what made me feel empowered. And when I first cut my hair, I felt for the first time that I felt like a woman. With really long hair, I look like a freaking 18-year-old, and I hate it. First time I cut my hair, I was 20, I think it was like 27. And for the first time, I still looked young, but I looked like a woman. I didn't look like a girl. And I felt empowered. I felt like, wow, I finally found what works for me. And it was completely different. It was really low on one side, and then I had the long side. It was actually the same haircut my mother had when she was pregnant with me. at 28. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so that's the story with my hair. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.